So why do 95% or maybe 99% of online marketers or in the online business are failing? Here is the thing. We skip the most important tool there is, right? Because we go straight on the strategies, we go straight on creating content, posting, expecting to make a quick win, right? So we keep on chasing sales, we keep on chasing results, missing the most important tool there is, right? And I'm telling you this because I've been here for over a year, almost. I think I'm going to the end of this year. I'm going to 2 years, and I see a lot of people quit. Right, so online digital marketing, when they say it's saturated, it is not. Because I mean, if it's 95%, so the people who joined, on 100 people joined, 95 of them they just quit just because they're not using this most important tool. And what is this most important tool? It's the mind, right? We keep on posting motivational quotes and stuff, right? We're posting all that stuff, but subconsciously, we are actually doing that just to get attraction, to get likes, to get, end of the day, to get sales. Are we really implementing it? Are we really applying it? Those beautiful motivational quotes, right? And because of not using your mind properly, we end up consuming things, right? Just observe what majority are doing when they just join the online space. It happened to me as well, right? It happened to everybody. There's no exception. Everybody's happening, but we only have different ways how to respond to it, right? So what happened the first time that you join digital marketing, either on a free, especially if you join in a program, a paid program, you get very excited, right? You get so excited, you become so motivated, you are on fire. So if you create content in the first month, it's always fire. It's very motivated. You're bashing the word 9 to 5 thing, right? Saying freedom for the family, financial freedom, laptop life, lifestyle, or whatever message you're promoting out there. Just because you find something new, you see people being successful, making more money in less time, remotely, staying at home, or even on vacation and stuff, right? So you get so motivated. And after a month, slowly, you're not getting any result. So your motivation actually lowers, right? And after that, the month after, now you're starting questioning yourself. Am I worth it? Right? Am I doing it right? Is this program right? Right? So you will find different excuses or reasons why you're not actually getting success as promised to the program that you joined to, right? Because, and then what will happen, what's even more distracting is you will see other people who are making sales or who are sharing stories that in a short period of time, in a 2 months or in a 4 months time, for example, they make six figures, and you are on the third month and then you still don't have any success or any sales. So then that will be an additional that will demotivate you. So what happened is either you quit or they find another program which seems to be much easier, who is getting more, looks like more successful. They will jump around and start a new one. They will find this, they will go to the training, again, back, very excited in the first month. Now, maybe in a shorter span, maybe now in the 2 weeks' time, they get so excited, promoting like crazy on this new program they joined with, and then boom, same story again. Suddenly they don't see any result, and then the program, because you are not doing this and that, and then you start actually getting demotivated again. So again, what will happen is either you quit or you just find another program. It's a repeating process until you get frustrated and then you quit, just because of not focusing on the mindset. So what happens if you don't focus on your mindset doing this online business? Because the biggest challenge you will have in the online business will really be the mindset. Because if you are working from a 9 to 5 job, your mind is trained and learned and used to just actually getting instructions. If you get an instruction from your boss, or you know what to do on your work, you just follow it, you just do it, and then done. Then you get paid on your payday. But starting an online business is a totally different thing. It's totally opposite. You don't just follow instruction. You need to have discipline. You need to set your schedule, right? Either you are tired or not, you have this schedule. Nobody's gonna tell you you're fired or whatever, right? Your results is based on your action, right? So you have to be disciplined no matter how you feel, right? So that's the first thing that is tough. And then you have to implement the strategies. Majority, we are not following the program. You are just copying people who are who's being successful and expect you get quick result. And what is the most distracting part is you keep on consuming. The more you consume, instead of creating, you're consuming to find inspiration, but if you check it in reality, you're not really getting inspired. What happened is you are getting more demotivated because you are seeing people getting more success than you are, and especially if they get success in a shorter period of time. But majority, those people who are saying they made the quick success has actually started way much earlier, right? Maybe they just started on that program saying they made a quick success. So there's a lot of things behind it which you don't know. So, but the point is here, the reason you're not getting success, if you don't fix your mind first, what will happen is you will keep on chasing. So, what's that? First, if you keep on chasing, you have a goal of example you want to make 10K month, right? Once you got this goal, your 10K month, you are actually keep on looking on the outer part. So you are actually focusing on getting the 10K, hitting the 10K. As long as you're not seeing that result, you keep on pushing, you keep on chasing, you get frustrated, you're looking all those negative stuff. You're looking on those all negative things why it is not working, right? But in reality, if you get your mind fixed, instead of looking on your goal, the 10K month, right? Why is looking on that? Why am I not achieving it? If you look backwards from where you started and what you have learned, instead of focusing inward, right, focusing on your mind, this is why we get a lot of brain fog because we get distracted too much because we're looking too much on the outside instead of learning, focusing on what we have learned on the experience. Because from the moment that you start and from the moment that you are at the right now, for example, you're on the 3 months time, guaranteed that experience that you're doing, you can learn a lot, right? You can learn a lot from it. If you focus on learning, if you focus on creating content, not because of the sake of a sale, but if your focus is to deliver my message better, to identify who am I talking to, what pain point can I resolve them, how to resolve them, how to approach, how to get them hooked in the first place. And for example, all those strategies are very important, but you need without the right mindset, if you are chasing, you will never see that. You will actually miss that. The most important aspects in getting success, right? Because marketing is serving, it's not selling. So, how do you serve? You need to provide value. So, how if you just do in a daily basis, create content 1% better a day. And how you do that? It's easy to say it, right? But how you do that? You check your content. How can I make this on my previous content? How can I make this better? How can it make it clear? How can this content that I've been creating is solving problem to the people who is actually needing this information? Because the more you do that, the more you get better, right? So 100 days in 1% better, you 100% better, right? And then you will get results if your focus is inward. Focus on yourself, right? If you keep on chasing, you will be desperate, and people feel that if you create content. But if you are focusing inward, focusing on your mind, you need to be the boss, right? In the mind, there's a saying. What I always use is, the mind is a good servant but a very bad master, right? Don't let mind control your life. You need to control the mind because a mind is a tool, it's not you. You are conscious of the mind, so you need to take control of the mind. That's why most of the worries that we have is actually mind is just self-created by the mind. And the more you believe on those thoughts that's been popping up by the mind, the more power you give them, right? But if you know how to control yourself, that's why meditation is very important. That's why a lot of businessmen are into meditation to control the mind. So again, don't skip on this. The mind is the most powerful thing. That's why most of the masterminds, they pay thousands of dollars, $10,000s for a mastermind. A lot of it is about mindset. A lot of it is about lifestyle, eating healthy, sleeping properly, avoiding this, avoiding that, just to get a clear mind. Okay, so think about it. Observe on your journey, right? Don't focus on the strategy. I mean, it is important, but focus on your mind first, right? If the mind says something negative and you know it is not true, because 95% of what the mind is saying is anyway not true, it's up to you to decide. Shall I give? Do I need to listen to this to this mind, or I just say, "Oh, fuck you, mind. I don't need that false information. The mind just wants an attention. Just do your thing, right? Focus on your progress. Focus on what you have. Focus what you have learned. Focus on the good stuff, right? Because focus. There's a lot of things to focus on. It's about perspective that you can appreciate. The more you appreciate life, the more you appreciate what you are doing, the better you will become, and the more motivated you will become, right? And be disciplined, right? Just all those small steps. Don't consume too much in on the social media. You're not a consumer. We are creators. That's why we create content. We human beings are creators. That's why we evolved this way, because we created tools. We have a gift and we need to use it. We don't need to be victim of our own gifts, right? So don't consume. Don't be a slave of the mind. Be the boss. So being a boss is not just in your work. Be your own boss. It's not just applies on having on being having a self on an online business. Being a boss is also mentally and emotionally. I hope you find it value. It's quite a long video, but just thinking about it, this is actually what got me, you know overcome a lot of challenges in life, and been still here in the online business, and has done a lot of great results for myself and for my family and for the people I'm helping with. So I hope this you find this value. My name is John Maven. Peace.